Okay, today we're going to be tying an Ohio River monster. It's going to be tied on a 5/0 jig hook. It's in a series of hooks that I ordered a while back. I've been using mostly the 1/0, 2/0s, and really haven't tied anything this big. But I bought some materials to make a real big, streamy looking fly. Something that should work good in the Ohio River. And we're going to put it together for you. I've tied up a few of them. They look great. I actually tied this up in a smaller size and I've got a lot of fish on them. But this is going to be the biggest I've ever tried to tie it. So, we're going to kind of supersize everything we do to tie this fly. Normally I would use a much smaller lead, but we're going to use a 030 size lead. I didn't have a tungsten or brass bead big enough to fit on this hook, so we're going to add a couple extra lead wraps to it. Thread we're going to be using is a black unithread. It's 136 denier. I have heavier deniers, but I didn't have it in black, so this actually works pretty good. It's pretty heavy thread. Go ahead, wrap it on there. Do a couple wraps. You want to secure that wire in place there. Work your thread back. It's time to go cut off the excess there. We're back to the top of the bend of the hook. Now we're going to add a little tail. We're going to start off with, got this old bargain barrel cape that you see me use in other videos. I'm going to take from behind here, just going to take a couple of these fluffy feathers, and that's what we're going to use for a tail. Just a nice little clump. Pick the color you want. That's the clump I got right there. I'm going to take half of them. I'm going to tie them in. It's about that long right there. It's a little less than the shank of the hook here in length. Just back to the top of the bend of the hook here. Go ahead, bring it back. Tie it in. That looks pretty good on. Alright. Now we're going to take this eyelash material. This is something I got at Hobby Lobby. It's polyester. Very durable. It's not going to come apart on you while you're fishing it. You can see it's directional. You don't want to tie it in this way. You want the direction of the fibers to flow backwards. So grip it, tie it in, just right on top there. Just bring it right back to where you left off with the tail there. Right about there. And now you're going to bring out a piece of this very similar material, but they call it hot fur. H-A-U-T-E fur. Vintage lace. It's also polyester, 100%. Very durable stuff. I got this on clearance, reason I bought it, for $1.74 just last night. Normally $7. Also got this color of the Glit eyelash for the same price up at Hobby Lobby, and this is the same as the black material, but I like the way the black and this like a mauvish pinkish color turns out. I really like this color a lot. And once again, these fibers flow in one direction. So you want it flowing backwards. Good, bring your thread back up to the front there. Tie in. Just right on top. This is going to be like a Hobby Lobby fly, except for really the hook and the thread. And even the, well, maybe the lead, fly shop stuff. So right to the top there. Now you're going to take a couple more of those little feathers there that you plucked out. You're going to make the remainder of the tail. The reason I did this, I kind of want everything here to be in the middle. When it flows backwards, I don't want to be on the upper or bottom of the fly. So tie it off at about the same length there. Very easy fly to tie, just a matter of stacking different materials on top to create the look that you want. Bring this right back to the top of the bend of the hook. About like that. Go ahead and wrap it in. If this is too much feather there for you, just go ahead and nip it off there. And now we're going to add on a piece of baby blanket yarn. What I use a lot of my videos in the past, I use this velvet baby blanket yarn. But this is the actual baby blanket yarn. You can see how much thicker it is than the velvet. Velvet works good for smaller streamers. The actual baby blanket yarn works good for bigger streamers. And it works good for like mop flies. So just go ahead and tie that in. You're going to make this the main body. Tie it in, wrap it up. Right back to the top of the bend of the hook there. Wrap it back frontwards. That little piece off, that's going to bother me. Alright, now you're going to take this piece of baby blanket yarn and wrap it forward. I'm not going to use my rotary vise on this, mainly because you start spinning it, all this other stuff gets caught and it becomes a hassle. So just hand over hand. See how nice and thick that body is? You really couldn't do this on a smaller fly. It'd be too much bulk, but this is just perfect. Go ahead and wrap it in. Take your thread up and under. Make sure you capture it real well. Bring your thread back, or bring your yarn back and capture it. Nice and thick on there. We're going to build up a little head on this, so go ahead and just capture everything in there. Cut away your yarn, the excess. A few more wraps. Make sure everything's in there nice and securely. That looks pretty good. Now, you want to take, you got both of these together. I've tried, when I first started tying these, to wrap one first and the other one second, and it ends up being, you end up capturing more of the fibers of the one you wrapped first. So take both together, and as you wrap, stroke them back. You want the first one to be right up against the tail. Keep on stroking these fibers back. These fibers are nice and long, especially the pink ones. Nice and long. There we go. You don't want them, when you wrap them, you want nice tight wraps. Just a little bit in between there. But you want to keep on stroking your fibers back so everything flows rearward. You just don't want to try to capture anything in between the wrap there. You want it nice and full. Look how nice and full that gets. And one more. Get it right up front here. Alright, now you can tie it off. Up and over. Alright, go ahead and cut away the excess. Pull that back and really tie it in good. You don't want this coming apart on you. You're going to add a little UV finish to it, but you want it to be secure. If you use a little bigger thread, it'd be a little better. I've on other colors I have bigger thread, like the Danville 210 or the Danville 300, but I don't have them black, so remind me, I need to pick some of that up next time I'm up at the fly shop there. Cut away this little one here. Maybe. There we go. One more on this side. Okay, take your whip finish tool. What I've been like to do is take it, hold it all the way back here, and just whip it around a few times. You don't need a great whip finish on this because you're going to UV it up. Nice and secure there. Cut it away. A little bit of UV finish on there. Look how that thing flows, huh? Boy, is that pretty. That is a pretty streamer. Alright, let me put a little UV on the head here. Take your bodkin, you can work it around a little bit. Make sure it's in there nice and secure. Get all that thread covered up. It's kind of the main goal here. Zap it. Give it some extra time there to cure. I put a lot of UV on there. Make sure it's good and setting everything, but batteries get a little weak in my... I actually really like this light. Got it at Batteries Plus. It really is bright, and the batteries last a long time. And it just, I think AAA batteries are in there, maybe AA, 3 of them. Okay, there you go. You have a river monster. Look how nice that is. Boy, that's a big fly. And I tested it in the water before, and they just pulsate. These just a pulsating action to your fly. Really attracts the fish. Alright, hope you like this video. Hope you like the way I tied it. And like I said, I got the this Glit eyelash yarn. It's not the color I used. I actually did tie some of those colors up right here at Hobby Lobby. It's on clearance right now for $1.74. So it's the end of August 2020. If you run to Hobby Lobby, you probably can pick some up. Hopefully in your area it has it. And this is the stuff I also used. This $1.74 reduced also. Same Hobby Lobby store. Everything in that bin was marked down to this in these 2 colors only. The regular black, green, and all the other stuff was still regular price. But these do make some pretty flies too. So, okay, hope you like it. Hope you appreciate these videos I do. If you do, give me a like and subscribe. And give me a comment. Tell me what you like or don't like. It's a simple fly. I mean, it really doesn't get any more. It doesn't have anything special you gotta do to it other than wrap on the material and glue it in and go fishing. And that's the way it should be, shouldn't it? Alright, have a good day and stay safe out there.